I do miss the old days of just letting a constant spray of flat pressured water solve the problem for us here, and by golly, is it ever doing it for me. Okay, now hold on. Rotate like that. There we go. He's back. He's getting it. Oh yeah, no problem. Then we crouch down, right? We go, oh yeah, perfect. Now I remember. Could probably even go with something a little wider down here. Maybe take it over this way. Sure, why not? All the way across. We'll establish our cutoff point here. Oh yeah, no. Whose idea was it to let him try to start out remembering the soap stuff? This is what we're here for. This is why we PowerWash simulate. This nice dividing line. Whoop. Now we're ticking up that percentage. Oh baby. Oh yeah, that's the real good stuff right there. You start to see it for what it truly is. This is one of the few things in this game I can see getting this filthy this regularly on account of it being an actual fire rescue helicopter. Yeah, that makes sense. This one you don't need a lot of explanation for. Yeah, no, of course it's covered in ash and soot. Where do you think it's been? Oh. That ding was certainly satisfying again, too. I'm beginning to remember why I like this so much. Sorry, I gotta get my foot pad in the proper position. You gotta make sure you're in an ergonomically friendly position during extended power washing sessions. That's rule number... I don't want to say it's rule number 1, maybe like rule number 4. Rule number 1 is definitely never drink from the power washer. And they have to say that rule 3 times, so it's actually rules 1, 2, and 3. Apparently it's happened enough that they feel the need to reiterate it. It's all in bold print in the first 3 pages of the manual. They give each one their own page. Like, man, they're really determined to stop people from trying to do this. Although now that I've said it so much, oh man, I really want to try it. You get the water in you so fast. You get to drink from the fire hose. Yeah. Open wide. I will always take any opportunity to quote UHF. I could use a bit of a power wash on the insides. I feel like we all could. I could definitely use one. Take a power washer to my organs. Take a power washer to my soul. That's what I need. What the heck? Where's all this dirt? Where are you hiding? Where's it at? Hello? I forgot I actually enabled the hold or click to hold. Wait, no, it's not. It was just like that for that particular session for some reason. Where on earth this other little bit of dirt? Oh, it's right there, isn't it? No. Or PowerWash speedruns a thing yet? I'd be shocked if they weren't. Everything can be speedrun. I've got sections, Greg. Can you speedrun me? This goddamn tire. You know what? We'll come back to you. Come back to you later. I feel like that defeats the purpose of this game. Speed running it. I know it is actually a thing. That's like a different game to me. There's this version of this game, which is the way the good Lord intended us to play it. And then there's the blasphemers making it into a competition. What the hell was that? My stomach growl? Am I hungry? There's a hunger meter now, right? That's the part of the new update. Well, you better go get a sandwich or you're not going to be able to keep power washing. Oh no, the sandwich store is covered in dirt. Better clean it up so you can eat. Hey. Greatest. World's absolute best. Highest quality power washing. Only available here and now. Hey. Same thing I just said, but repeated. And this time I'm shouting it.
You have returned.
We the Lurkers. Thank you for the resubscription. Back into the bear pile. Oh my god, I forgot how loud that is. If you got a bear hug, I'd love to see a bear hug. Good lord. Welcome back. Jesus, why are those sound effects so loud? Those ones in particular. What's going on here? Sound of footsteps? Not ambience. The water volume I've already turned down significantly. What on earth? It probably would be pretty loud if you picked up an entire metal scaffold. All right, yeah, fair enough. I can't disagree with that. I think I need a... Yeah. Need the yellow for this sucker. There it is. Oh, baby. You ever want a good quick series of dings, you get these windows cleaned off. That'll get you feeling good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's nice. That's good stuff. Mm-hmm. Alright, I think that's all them. Just in case. Gross. Wonder if this is gonna move. That'd be kind of funny if it just wiggle around a bit. It's a bit large, I guess, for that. Yeah, that doesn't make a ton of sense. Mm-hmm. Probably go up one again here. Yeah, that's probably fine. Missing a little on the bottom. NBD. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm right back in the zone, baby. I knew it wouldn't take long. And I'm still lacking my full arsenal. Once I remember how all that soap stuff works. We're riding high once more, but I'm definitely back in that power washing spirit. Oh, and it feels good. This is a snorkel. I like that. Oh. I was crouched. It's got to be all on the bottom here. It's going to be tough to get to, though. Where is the rest of it? Ah, here we go. A little bit. There we go. Snorkel cleaned. That's looking nice. There's a cool game with a demo out about rebuilding ravaged cities in post-World War II Europe. Interesting. Makes me think of Cloud Gardens. Though I wonder to what extent you'd be reconstructing things. Easy does it. There you go, pal. I'd probably play something like that. Given it weren't too, well, given that it were intuitive enough. Got a lot less patience, I've found, for learning new games, new video games in particular these days. Not that that's a good thing. I should absolutely try to keep myself open to these new experiences. I've certainly found the quicker that I can learn a video game again, particularly, the more likely I am to give it more than a day or two. I guess the footsteps, too, are weirdly loud. Hidden Mechanisms! Thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back into the Baer pile. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate it. Love bear hugs, too. If you got them. Yeah, we're taking it nice and easy with some PowerWash Sim this morning. I'm looking forward to getting into that subway station. That's going to be a heck of a project. Oh, we still got a lot of this helicopter to go. I've actually been playing Tunic. Well, I have played Tunic, crad, and will be playing more Tunic on Thursday. Definitely looking forward to that. Tune in for Tunic Thursday morning. It'll be a good time. Oh, I know what we need to do here. This is the obvious play. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Started from the top. Like a good power washer should. We can ignore all the stuff I've already done. It's gonna get coated in dirt now. This is definitely how they actually do this, right? %, how this is done professionally. Hey, Naria. Seem to read Hardspace Shipbreaker had updates. That's good to hear. I'm glad they're progressing along well. That is one that I have elected to hold off on playing again until it has been completed. I'm going to turn these footsteps down a bit. Right there. There we go. Oh, that's better. That's better. Those are the Drake lyrics, right, Chill? Started from the bottom, made a mistake, went back to the top, started from the top, fell off, now I'm at the bottom. Yeah, I remember that song. That was a banger. Ooh, yeah. I feel like I'm not actually getting all that over there. There we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. I feel like the blades would probably be clean. They're spinning so damn fast all the time. There's never any time for ash or dust or soot to accumulate on these things. They're going a billion miles an hour. Go look at your ceiling fan. This is the helicopter blaze, though. It's different. My ceiling fan isn't trying to carry a massive vehicle around with it. Ash is sticky, dude. Yeah, maybe. Do not look at your ceiling fan. Yeah, that's best left unchecked. I would like that, lurkers, yeah, if you've got any reminders for me of quality of life features, because I've forgotten and I know they exist. Oh, we gotta go ahead and give this a little spray down too here, don't we? If you don't look, it's always clean, that's right. That's how it works. No step. What's the emote I'm thinking of with that? No step on snake. I'm gonna step on it. I think I won't. I'll do it. I'm gonna clean it off so it's sparkly and new. I'm gonna get my nasty footprints all over it. Yeah, you think it can tell me what to do? You think a sign knows better than my giant brain? Yeah, that's what I thought. Look what I'm stepping on it. Nothing's happening. The world didn't end. The helicopter didn't explode. That would be the funny thing to have happen if that were to blow up right before I said the helicopter didn't explode. That would be good comedy. But alas, we're still just here cleaning it because it didn't blow up. Because this sign is dumb and wrong. Open the completion percentage. If you click on an item / part not clean, it will make a flash on the object. Right. Yeah. Do that, right? And then it'll flash this thing, which, there it is. Nice. I like that. Yeah, that'll be good for later. Thank you, lurkers. Hopefully I remember that. Mm-hmm. Speaking of explosions, we haven't had fireworks in a long time. That was a short-lived tradition, wasn't it? Maybe that can make a return today. I'm definitely going to have to do some Elden Ring at some point today. Once I've had my fill of power washing, but we could certainly wrap things up with that. That could be fun. Let's go with the green again. That's good stuff. Okay. Back to the blades. We have a wider one, we do. I'll probably be okay here. Seems to be doing the job. The edges, yet again, are kind of not getting fully hit. That's something we can handle. There we go. All right. Imagine if stepping on that came with an instant negative $1,000 penalty because you broke it. Now we'll just find that out later. Oh, you think you're better than me, you piece of garbage, huh? Yeah, how you like that? How you like that? No piece of metal tells me what to do. Not that one, not this one, none of them. All right? Clean you later. I'm my own free bear. I do as I please. That being meticulously power washing an entire massive vehicle bit by bit for the steady drip of dopamine it provides. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody wins. The chopper owners, the viewers, the power washing company, which I suppose is me in this instance. OSHA, local governments, the environment, Obama for some reason. All winners. All winners here today. If you had to have a fast food mascot as your local elected official, say just on the state level still, we'll call it like the mayor of your town. Now, it's got to be something that can impact you. It's going to be the governor of your state. If you had to have a fast food mascot be the governor of your state, first of all, I think the obvious answer is Jack from Jack in the Box. He's a charismatic guy. And he's wearing that mask all the time, so nobody can really judge him based on his looks. I mean, sure, he's terrifying, but that's part of the appeal. He'll get things done, because he'll just stare people down with those soulless dotted eyes. No one would dare run contrary to his position. Burger King. He's a king, so he's used to being in power. I feel like you're maybe running a risk there. Folks aren't really particular to abiding by the wishes of a monarch these days, in my opinion. You know, Jack is like, he's kind of your everyman. He represents the people. Burger King is from a bygone era. I think Utah is run by the Burger King's slightly slower half-brother, the Burger Bastard Prince. That just sounds like a Dark Souls boss. Can you power wash the soccer ball? Probably. Yep. Burger King's got more government experience. I'd hesitate to call a King's life government experience. It's more like that of a billionaire, basically. This game needs fall damage? I don't know about that. I'll tell you what this game does need, though, is aliens and guns, for the love of God, right? Haven't they played a video game before? I'm supposed to go down this linear hallway. There's supposed to be an alien over here, and then I go bang, bang, bang with a shooty gun. And then I go this way. There's more aliens. Oh, she's a bang, 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 bang. Yeah, yeah, gotta get him. Get him with my guns. And then there's like heavy metal music in the background. Yeah, yeah, it's an alien shooty gun game. That's what we need. I don't have nearly enough of those these days, dude. Could call it Power Washer 2 cleaning the Elden Ring. That's what I'm talking about. A 5-second job on the list. Clean the Elden Ring. And it turns out the Elden Ring is like the size of the entire map. You were in the Elden Ring all along! No! And then I'm power washing for 500 hours. I guess that wouldn't be so bad. It's probably real dirty. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Real nasty. Power wash yourself, tarnished. Yeah, and then you get hosed down. That just sounds kind of sexy, to be honest with you. Do the gerbils from Quiznos count for local office? Are those gerbils? Hey, Quiznos subs! Like those guys? Because 100% yes. I would vote for them in a heartbeat. Governor of Nevada. The Quiznos creatures. Absolutely, dude. Sponge Monkeys was their official name? Oh, no. Now that's upsetting. Now, I'm going to go back to gerbils on that one. I don't want to say that word again. It felt bad coming out of my mouth. Oh, spung. That's even worse. Spung monkeys. Honestly, I'm voting for Jack too. I'm telling you, dude. You put him on the ballot against any of these other guys, he's gonna be the clear favorite. Ronald McDonald ain't getting anywhere, dude. Maybe in the South. Although, I don't know. I guess we're not... Do I have the dignity required to stop myself from saying we're not above putting a clown in office? Wow, hilarious. Those politicians, am I right? Can I vote from the Baer from the overlay? Not until I have a restaurant chain or a cereal. Someone asked if cereal mascots count. I'm going to go ahead and let them be included in the mix. Although the Trix Rabbit probably isn't getting much further than our boy Mr. McDonald either. Now, Mr. McDonald, you've recently had a one hamburglar under your employ. Now, did you know you were operating with a known felon? What is that? I guess this is like the interview pre-election. Is hotness a factor of who we're voting into office? Of course it is. It's local office. What else matters? If so, then Jack in the Box guy is kind of hot and a weird. Sure, he is a Jack in the Box guy. I love that Tony the Tiger came in immediately after that. Oh, we're factoring hotness into the mix. Well, then, yeah, obviously we got to put Tony the Tiger in there. Toucan Sam for governor. There we go. Follow your nose. I think Toucan Sam might have been having a little bit of the nose candy, if you know what I'm saying. Fruit Loops, that's what I'm talking about. Don't put them in your nose. Don't put Fruit Loops in your nose. If you want to have one takeaway from today's stream, don't let it be put Fruit Loops in your nose. I'm begging you. I'm simply begging you. I feel like Wendy could do well. Wendy's Wendy. I feel like she's got potential. I feel like her being... What would you call that art style where she's like... Where it almost looks like she's transparent? Also, yeah, her age might become a consideration here. I don't know if she's necessarily old enough to run for local office yet. No, I don't think it's that, Ryan. Although now I want to see that version of Wendy as the Wendy's mascot. I'm afraid to say the word out loud because I know I'm going to say it incorrectly. I actually don't know how to say it anymore. I truly don't know how to say the word H-E-N-T-A-I. Because every time I say it out loud or hear someone / see someone say it out loud, it's immediately met with a chorus. It's met with a chorus of people presenting both pronunciations as the correct one. I want to say hentai, but then everyone's gonna go hentai, lol. But maybe they're just laughing at the concept of hentai. Clip it. Fuck. Got me. There was a dog elected mayor for at least 3 terms in Minnesota. Well, no, I mean, that's just an objectively good thing. Dogs make good mayors. Dog for governor, maybe we're running into some problems. Dog for mayor, don't fucking care about that at all. That is fine with me, dude. Here we go. I didn't mean to say I didn't care about that. What I meant to say is that is wonderful. I care about that dog. I need that dog to know. I don't need you to know that. I need that dog to know that I care about it. I didn't want it to hear that and feel that energy be put out into the world as it's doing its mayoral duties one day and think to itself, oh, why do I suddenly feel like one less person cares about me? No, I would never do that. You guys know I would never do that to any dog. A person, no doubt, absolutely, of course. A dog, God, no. Mayoral duties like a dog. I think he does a poop. That's good. That's high quality comedy. So, like, the reality of it was that he was out taking a poop on the the lawn of the mayor's house. Because he's got his own huge house. I'm sure the dog lives by himself. Lets himself out every morning. He's got an auto feeder for his food. Massive water bowls everywhere. Full service mansion. Oh, that's great, man. Good for that dog. He deserves it. Honey Nut Cheerios bee should be the governor. Should be the governor. He's a bee, though. He's so small. Is he a huge bee? Is he a bee that's like the size of a child? That's horrifying. I don't want that. I don't want to know that exists and that he's got friends and family of a similar size. I'm scared of normal ass bees, dude. I don't want to get stung. This stinger go right through you. It's some Jumanji shit. He's about as big as the Bee Movie bees, like the size of your hand. That's still a big fucking bee, man. This is one of those Japanese killer hornets. But he's nice, though. I mean, until he's not. And put that stinger right through my eyeball, man. He'll do it, too. He's crazy. Bees are your friends, Baer. Did you hear yourself say that? Or see yourself type it? Bees are not Baer's friends. Bears invade bees' homes for the delicious honey they provide. And then get swarmed. Cartoonishly. This is a science fact. Be yourself, by the way. I don't know if I've seen one of those yet. We're gonna need a be yourself emote in chat. Captain Crunch, then. Military experience. A natural leader. Charismatic. Great mustache. I think you're onto something. I think we got a winner here. He's been around the block, man. He is old school. He's gonna get the elderly vote. He's gonna get the youth vote with the oops all berries. He knows how to appeal to the kids of today. We get straight to the juices, as they're saying. How do you do the be yourself emote? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'd vote for Captain Crunch. They still make peanut butter crunch? If not, I would only vote for him on the condition that he brings back peanut butter crunch. If so, we got a deal. They do. I had it last night. Ooh, I gotta get me some peanut butter crunch, dude. That stuff's good. Dad Work Simulator, yes indeed. This is one of my favorite things, or one of my dad's favorite things that I've played in recent memory. He was all about this back when we were playing this regularly. Love you, Dad. In case you're watching this. He watches my content every now and then. It's pretty wholesome. He's a good dad. I think I want to keep getting the rest of this stuff. There we go. There we go. Sweet. Spray the ball a bit. Very important. What's that space used for in a helicopter? That's where the people go. There's no room in there. That's full of equipment and shit. So that's where the passengers ride. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. What's Dan's number? For his subscribers? 596. This is the numbers here look similar to those numbers, don't they, Dev? That's what reminded me of it. Very similar font and color. You gotta love that ding, huh? Feel good to get the ding. Can't believe I'm not even halfway done with this yet. It's pretty wild. There we go. Right across. There it is. Some of the bigger levels get a little overwhelming. Yeah, seeing how long this is taking, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how far I'm going to get into the subway today. That's probably going to be a multi-day endeavor. That's going to be a doozy of a stage, it seems like. Hey, nice. This level's just the chopper, yeah. But like I was saying, like that's a lot more than I thought it would be. Is that working? Kind of. Yeah, it's pretty effective. Okay. Sure. Oh, I've got an extender on? That's what's going on. Hold on a second. How do I do that again? Oh my god. There we go, dude. That's why things felt so friggin' weird. Thank you. I had the long extender on the whole damn time. I do have the top power washer, I believe, yeah, unless they ended up adding another one. Professional duty. I believe I've got the pro, although... Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I've got the 3000. Yo, there's a new one. Oh, snap. I'm gonna get $5,000, man. That's exciting. Something to shoot for, baby. Hey. Oh, that's nice. Much better. Sections like this are the best. There's the big flat panel. Up and down. There we go. That looks beautiful. Beautiful. How are we doing under here? Oh my god, this is so close. Come on, you. Hey, there we go. This goddamn tire. So I guess I could, like, do this. Although there's still two other tires. Yeah, it's not really gonna show me where the missing dirt is it? Hit tab to see the dirt. Right, that's right. Thank you. There it is. Thank you. I knew there was something like that. Which I've been doing the whole time, I'm pretty sure, man. Getting back into it. Relearning. Okay. Okay. I could probably get away with the yellow still here. Maybe even soap. Let's try that out. Imagine the tire's probably going to be better off with... What kind of cleaner would this be best with? Multi-purpose. Does anyone remember what the shortcut code is or what the button is to actually, like, refill the soap once you've run out? That would be handy, too. Oh, boy. Big difference. Is it R? No, it's not doing it. And R's the rotate key when you've got the other hoses out. You're completely out of stock, though. Oh, yeah, that's what I mean, is how to refill once I've completely run out like that. Might have to get it from the shop, I suppose. Cleaning liquids. There we go.
You have returned.
Direct to you! You were the 17 months on the Baer pile. Welcome back in. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the bear hugs, too, if you got them. There we go. There we go. And it's kind of feeling like the water's the better play anyway. All along the bottom here, okay. Okay. Come on. Come on, where are you hiding? There it is. Tiny bit right there. The back part. Alright. Oh boy. Oh my god. My butt just started hurting real bad. I think I need to sit down. Hold on. Quick switch. No more standing for me. Everybody's favorite ride. Here comes the standing desk. Whoa! We're riding the standing desk. Oh boy, that's so fun. Okay. All right. Nice and relaxed. This might be more of a sitting game anyway. That definitely gets me more in the zone.
A renewal. Welcome back.
Grouchy Sloth. Thanks for the 28 months as well. Give him a few bear hugs if you got them. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Okay. Feels so silly for in the prep for this being like, oh, there's apparently a level I have to complete before the subway. We can just knock that out real quick. And then a full hour later, oh, we're halfway done. Okay. I guess we'll be here for a minute. I'm glad to have you back in the pile, absolutely. I'm sure the pile is happy for the new sustenance as well, for as we all know, each new and returning member of the pile is consumed immediately by the pile. The pile then digests this new subscriber, excretes them, and then that member, in turn, assists the consumption of the next. It's a beautiful cycle. The circle of life, where you're endlessly consumed. Anyway, thanks for the sub. There was another good thing that came out of it. You remember when we moved into Florian's old place? Well, guess who's a copter pilot now? Anyway, it's rude to text on a date, so I better go. Damn right, buddy. That could have waited. Jeez. Sure, someone's feeling snubbed right now. Every month they get excreted and have to sub again. That's just how it works. That's just the beauty of life, my friend. It finds a way. Yeah, the lore here is fun and interesting and weird. They got something crazy going on. I've kind of stopped paying attention and I'm a lot more interested in just power washing, but more power to them. More power wash to them. Hey, what's up, Fedrin? This game is 100% as satisfying as it looks. It's probably more satisfying than it looks. Because I'm actually doing it and I'm having a blast Haha, blast, power washing. He's hilarious. It is very good, though. There's an actual, like, meaningful progression system where you, get new nozzles, get, like, soaps, upgraded power washers. Genuinely like this game quite a bit. Not just for the memes. Although the memes are there, too. In that I am, you know, simulating power washing a fire helicopter. That's what I'm actively choosing to spend my time to do. That's the meme. That's the joke. It's a rusty sword, yeah, from way back in the day. I remember those days fondly, though. Remember meeting up at PAX 2014, what was it? I'm pretty sure. Old school crew. Does this game show you how many liters of water you've used? I think it does, doesn't it? Doesn't it have like an end of session statistics board with that information? I can't remember. Or it might even like tell us now how much we've used. What's a liter? It's like a gallon, but easier. A more logical system, less confusing. Two of them make a big bottle of Coke. Yeah, there you go. Almost there. Almost there. He's almost at the fun number. And now we get to say nice. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So close. Oh, it's so close. Ah, you did it. It's 69% complete. Oh my God. Nice. Nice, dude. Woo! Hilarious. Just gotta milk that for all it's worth. Let me get these little nooks and crannies here while I'm at it. I would redeem my nice, but then I'm never able to end the stream. Ah, you foiled me. That was the plan all along. Doing everything in my power to elongate that. At the cost of my ability to use channel points for their much more engaging function, that being channel point gambling, which I intend to do eventually once we have seen this bit through to the end. That is certainly going to provide a lot more opportunities for Chubbs Cam once we get that going too, though. Alright, let's see. What do we do now? I guess we could do the back part. I think we should just start gambling and just let it happen. The thing is, though, I intend, even though I still have not done this, I intend to do something for when the end of stream actually happens. I want to do I don't want to talk about it too much, but I want to do something. I have in mind. It's not much. It's not anything particularly crazy. I just want it to be a thing and then have it be done. Want it to be a slightly bigger thing and then have it be done. Give it a little bit more gravitas. Hey, Potter. I have giant patches of mud right behind the ladder here. Will the Redeemer be decapitated and have their head hung above the fireplace? I hadn't considered that. But there's an idea. Not decapitating a viewer. Let me just make that clear. I don't want to decapitate any of my viewers. I might need to start just issuing that as a statement at the beginning of each stream, it turns out. Since apparently that's a concern. No fun? I mean, I'd rather you stayed alive. I don't know. If you can stay alive while being decapitated, I suppose I'm not going to stop you from living your best life. There's a no decapitation zone. I like to make people feel safe, you know? It's not everywhere on the internet you can be 100% certain you're not going to be decapitated. One sub equals one decapitation. Is decapitation part of the bear pile consumption methodology? It doesn't always have to be, but it does often make it easier. And it's like you're reassembled at the end anyway, so it's not like you're missing out on a lot. Hey. Hell, it might be worth it just for the experience. There's a chicken in the Guinness Book of World Records for living, in there for living 18 months after being decapitated. Maybe he's just happier. Doesn't have to deal with any of his thoughts on his little chicken brain. Just operating based on instinct. He's just built different, no doubt. That's fucking crazy, though, man. That they can actually do that. They just put food and water down the neck hole. Okay, I don't want to think about it anymore. I made it less fun to think about for sure. Yeah, no, that's just sad now. I think that's a good idea, though, genuinely, to award the, because it's only going to happen one time, let's be real. Once it happens once, it's a one-time event, and the option shall be removed. And whoever's able to do it will be forever immortalized on the mantle. Oh, what we could do is we could allow them to choose the manner in which they wish to be immortalized. So long as it's, you know, agreeable. Not like a big old dick or something. If you want to be a big old dick, that's your right. But I don't want to represent you as that on my stream overlay. I'd prefer not to, at least. If you're gonna force my hand, I don't know, maybe I could be persuaded. I certainly enjoy a task. Which game was it where you opened the secret door in the hunting cabin and there were all the bodies of the hunting trophies' heads on the other side of the wall? Revealing they weren't really decapitated. I didn't play that, right? Oh, I also just realized I'm way down here in the webcam. Hold on. Doo-doo-doo. A little bit of pan. A little bit of tilt. There's a bear. There we go. Yeah, it was just the bear plush operating that the whole time. I can tell you what that is, Aria. I feel like I want to finish these. Hold on. I gotta get the scaffolding over here again, I think. Or I can just do this. That is loud as hell. Oh my god, the echo on that. Sounds like I'm in a cave. There we go. Nice. Alright. 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 Nice. Over there. Just a little bit on the top of that one, I think. Must be. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's a stubborn little bit right there. I think it is on the top, though. Right there. Yep. There it is. Oh my goodness. This guy is being stubborn. Come on, you. Gotta do those jump shots. Ready? Yeah! Nailed it. Okay. It's all looking pretty good over there. Let's get the underside of the blades. Pretty sure I'll be able to do that pretty well from the ground. Let's hope so. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's a big clean blade right there. And second pass. Nice. Get the hell out of here. Go nice and quick this time. Straight up and straight back. And second pass. Beautiful. Love you. Who did he kiss? The ultimate mystery. It was a clone of myself. Ooh. There's a twist. What's your clone doing, Baer? It's going to work. What? Your clone has a different job? Yeah, you know, I figured what better way to experience all that life has to offer? Although it is nice to just have the clone to hop on for the stream every now and then when I'm not feeling up to it. Usually he's not feeling up to it either. It's weird how we have the same brain and attitude toward things. No, thank you, spam call. I'm power washing. Y'all ever answer spam calls? I'm not much of the kind of guy to want to waste my own time or anybody else's. But I don't know, I might, just for the human connection maybe even every now and then, give them the time of day. Usually waste their time. I don't want to be mean-spirited about it, you know? I want to talk to someone. I don't get enough talking to people in my life. I think I should say hi to the next one. Just see how their day is going. I like to see if I can break through that barricade of, you know, like trying to sell you something and get down to the actual person. I like to do that with most people trying to sell me stuff. Not like I'm trying to manipulate them. I'm just trying to be like, hey, can we just, like, talk like people? I know you're trying to sell me something. I'm still probably trying to buy it, but let's just be human beings. Counter-manipulating. Yeah, there you go. One time it was a guy asking for someone's Google Mail account. I was busy working on a snowmobile, so I was very perturbed, and later they hung up. That's weird. It's a strange request. Not even yours? Someone else's? Were they frantic and distressed? Perhaps they were being held at gunpoint by mobsters, and that Google Mail account was the only way they could access the funds. You know, the funds. Someone named Betty. Oh, dude, you were in a James Bond movie. You just didn't know it. Whoa, missed opportunity. You prioritized the snowmobile? You could have been famous. Oh, well. Answer and literally give them the time of the day as your clock ticks forward. Now that's just nice. Now that's just helpful. You're just being a good friend, keeping them up to date. Now this is one of those Lionel Hutz deals. This is missing punctuation and a word. This is meant to say sit ? No, comma, step ! That's what that's trying to say. It's an old chopper. It's worn down. The paint's scraped off. You never know when someone might need the snowmobile for the sick vehicle chase part of the Bond flick. Okay, fair point. They were just staying prepped for later. So you will eventually still be in that movie, it sounds like. Just not in the role that that I initially suspected you would be playing. So good for you. It's a Polaris, so all I can really do is pull lumber out of the woods. I mean, they need extras too, right? You got Daniel Craig flying by at 65 miles an hour. 3 gunmen on his ass. And then you got you in the background, slowly pulling lumber. It's an integral part of the scene. These little details are what makes cinema so special. No one appreciates the mechanics that make James escape vehicles. Them things take a beating too, man. Hell, I take one of those fucking Dukes of Hazzard style jumps in my Hyundai Sonata. That shit's collapsing on impact, brother. I'm gonna have to push that straight back into the dealership after that one. Man's taking like 15, 20-foot drops, driving down stairs and shit. We all know that car can't handle that. You got three cars you went through in this one chase scene. Decommissioned permanently. Because you wanted to look cool. Which, to be fair, you totally did. I better get the ladder again. Actually, let's do this side. Let's get this part over here. Which I guess I could do on the step stool. Like, what is the... There's an echo on the right. No, it depends on where you put it. Which I suppose makes perfect sense, given... That's how sound works, Baer. Okay, cool. It's just weird that the echo goes off for so far. There we go. Oh, we're almost done. We're getting there. Making our way downtown. Spraying fast. $94, okay. Got a lot of stuff left on top. All right, then. Let's get up there. I'm excited just to see the subway stage. Oh, man, wow. Okay, there we go. Cool. I'm curious just what kind of size we're operating with. Oil cooler. I did not know the oil needed to be cold. Is that a thing in all vehicles? Shubs! Shub! My bud. Yeah, that's my boy. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Oh, you so good. My handsome buddy. You so cute. What's going on? Well, oil heats up a lot after going through the engine. Ah. Oh. Nah, bud, where you going? What's up, dude? He doesn't like me to be in this room. 'Cause if I'm in here, it means I'm not paying attention to him. So he comes in here and then he often just turns around and tries to usher me out. He's so cute. He's the cutest dog that's ever existed. And it's pretty great that he's mine. Pretty big fan of that. Nice. This sucker's almost done here, too. Get the back ends of these parts. Nice. Alright. Landing gear leg complete. Hydraulic control unit. Almost there. Come on. All right, I have my extension on again, don't I? Stubby gun. There we go. That's better. All up in there. What am I on? What am I on? Get over there. There we go. Oh, that's what's happening here. There it is. Good stuff. All right, let's get this leg. Come on. There we go. Oh, this one's not done yet. Whoopsie. Landing gear. This tire as well. Needs extra work. Nice. Other side of this. Come on, you. Where's the dirt hiding on here? There's none. Hello? Hold on. It's up here somewhere? I think it is on the top of these, yeah. Let me do this. There it is. Nice. All right. Great. And then the water tank is still pretty dirty. I think that might just be on top still. Yeah, I think I gotta get back up there. Oh boy. You take fall damage, then you bleed on things, and you gotta clean it up. That's the hardcore mode of this game. Yeah, I'm not too partial to that one. That was still real dirty there. We got the whole underside of this thing. All in this thing. Let's go ahead and use our circle sprayer here. And we gotta get under that as well. Rotor mast. Really getting into the nitty-gritty now. Kind of tough to get in there. Doing pretty well, though. Let's get the ladder. That is what she said. Absolutely. I think fall damage would be hardcore. Imagine having to drain your runoff manually and the sludge you wash off sticking to places you've already cleaned. Yeah, if we did, like, realistic PowerWash Simulator, I think a lot of people would throw their hands up on the first stage. Nah, I'm good. A little too much work for my taste. I mean, we always talk about, like, the giant puddle that would actually be accumulating over the course of this work as well. The ladder scratches the paint. Yeah, God. Yeah, there's plenty you could do to make it a lot less entertaining, it turns out. God damn, this thing is still filthy. Let's give that the old extendo arm again. I think it was Truck Simulator, you actually drive hours to reach your destination. Is it? No, I don't think so. With a Euro and American Truck Sim? I've played a little bit of those. I mean, there's some that are a lot longer, certainly. I don't think it's like real time, though. I don't think it's like a one-to-one. translation. Oh boy, there's a bunch of hidden dirt up there. 99%, man. I'll get the step stool real quick. Look on the inside of here. This would probably be easier with a ladder, wouldn't it? We can do this one too. There we go. Nice. Actually getting most of that. Good stuff. Hey. Hey, alright. 3 more things. Hydraulic piping, water tank, and engine. Water tank is nearly done. Just got like tiny little bits left, so I must have missed like a tiny section of this somewhere. Hey, there we go. Engine up there. Engine is nearly done as well. So I gotta find whatever angle I'm missing. There's a little bit right there. There's a little bit. A little bit more there. I think I just need to get up here. And then over this way, maybe. Ooh. Oh, there it is. That's what's missing. Come here, step stool. Get right up there. There's the good stuff. Alright. Now just hydraulic piping. So let's check this. Let's see where that actually is. Should be flashing for us. Where'd you go? Piping. There you are. Hey, sick. All right. Bear clap. Bear clap, bear clap. Flawless again, your class act, FA. As it happens, when the TV crews and senators found out, we'd blip, 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 blip. Oh, it shows your little guy now, too, for the... I love him walking around on the tops of the rotors. Oh, that's delightful. That's really great. Satisfying sequence. No way to get around those OSHA violations now. Yeah, they got me on tape, no doubt, so... guess I'm eating those fines. Oh, well. Oh, Mayor's Mansion is up next now. Okay, I guess we're not getting to the subway yet. That's fine. This looks fun, anyway. Dirt Finder, someone with too much time and egg on their hands has seen fit to bombard my magnificent abode with ballistics most foul. Don't ask me why. I'm as fair and noble a mayor as this town has ever seen. This is Mayor Captain Crunch, by the way. As I'm sure you appreciate, security is at a premium right now, so I'm afraid I won't be allowing you onto my property. I've provided you with a voucher for an extra long washer extension. Oh. Okay. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, sorry, hold on. I just noticed my camera being misaligned. Alright, there we go. Extra long extension available. Oh, you can personalize the look of your washer as well. Look at that, you got washer skins. Fun. Clothing, too. Customize your gloves and your outfit. Cosmetics, baby. Okay, equipment. Extra long extension for free. Alright. Oh, I need to get all the extensions for the Pro once I get that. Once I've purchased the $5,000 power washer. Here we go. Oh, wait, did I not buy it? Prima Vista 3000 extra long extension. Oh, that's the 1500. Where's the 3000? Extra long. There you are. $800! God damn it. Whatever. I ain't gonna downgrade. Alright, let's see how this does. Levy actually doesn't let me on his property. You had a voucher. Oh, so I used the voucher on the one that I didn't need. Right, okay, well that's unfortunate. This fucking guy. Oh no, my yellow is not cutting it. So yeah, I think we're gonna lose money on this deal, right? More than likely. Oh, look at that! That's fun. Why is that going so fast? Weird. It's pretty fucking effective. That's working. I'm just gonna focus on the big spots to start off with. Yep. If we do that, that pretty much covers the job, doesn't it? Shit. This might be pretty quick. Yep. Just the big orange spots. Damn, this is pretty simple. Go extra long extension. In that wall base. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, we do gotta get the roof too, though, apparently. Yeah, might as well get out here too. You know what? No, that's for last. I appreciate the artwork. This dude deserves to have it caked in for a little while. One could say he's an excellent mayor, indeed. He's gonna have to pay me extra for this one. This whole not letting me onto the grounds thing, I don't know, man. It seems a little extreme. I'm such an experienced power washer, you'd think he'd let me through. Let me on there to do my job properly. A giant yoke of a mare, indeed. Doing an extraordinary job. Thank you. I like to be a good example to my community of how to get a job done properly. I like to exude the qualities that I like to see in other people. Colossal number of eggs, isn't it? Seems a little excessive, yeah. Governor Stevens said he'd never seen such a sustained attack of eggs. You don't want to sustain your eggs. You'd probably rather poach them or hard boil them. Well, over 100 of them launched over a period of 15 minutes. That's just impressive. No one stopped them? Wasn't this dude on about, like, security detail? I'm doing a great job, apparently. They helped, yeah. They were the ones throwing them. Roof pediment. I did not know that's what that was called. Cool. Clear that platform. So close. He won't let security on the property either, yeah. Always have to stand at the gate. Yeah, I think I already got most of that part. There must be a big splotch on that wall I missed. Oh, it's probably this part of the wall, too. There we go. There we go. This is... I'm enjoying this one more than I thought I would. I think they made it a little easier. Given the, inherent difficulty of being so far away. Which I can certainly appreciate. I am wondering how I'm going to get on the roof. I didn't notice that was part of the job here. Do I even have a ladder? No. Huh. Maybe the roof's clean already. Yeah, it might already be clean. I feel like that's not a necessary thing to say, Potter. Couldn't find anything better to watch. Sorry to hear that, bud. Sorry you gotta resort to this. Glad to be here as your last possible option. Let's see. Is it all just the graffiti now? Might be. Huh, alright. Thanks, Jacer. There we go. Here's the confidence boost. Might just be the graffiti. Poor graffiti. Oh boy, yeah. Congrats, YMK. I'm definitely looking forward to getting back into it today. There's the sheer variety of hue in the yolks. Did they collect, like, different kinds of eggs? Dude, that would... Okay, honestly, that would be a great way to egg someone's house, because that sends a fucking message, dude. Anybody can go buy a couple dozen chicken eggs from the grocery store. If they're, like, outsourcing to get other varieties of animal eggs, you get, like, 10 to 15 different styles of yolks and, like, size of eggs. Like, ostrich eggs, right? I get a fucking... I don't know, like, all the bird eggs. You get pigeon eggs, swan eggs. Get your friggin' duck eggs. Get them all in a big assortment. Lizard eggs, sure, why not? That I'm telling you, dude. I don't think they would brush that one off nearly as easily. Like, man, they really put in the effort. Put food coloring in them, yeah. Oh my god, that just might be. That might be pretty. Man, there's an interesting art project there. Intentionally egg your own house with multicolored eggs of various breeds, I guess. Various animals. On Easter, yeah, there you go. That better be beautiful. Oh, the smell, too. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Does it smell when you egg a house? Just trying to out all the house eggers and chat. If it sits, yeah, that makes sense. I'd assume, right, yeah, having never done it myself, of course. The stink of brimstone, oh my god. Yeah, I guess eggs do kind of give off that odor, don't they? How do you take your eggs, chat? I'm a scramble guy myself. I keep it simple. Elise loves them over medium. That's her favorite style for sure. I eat eggs with my mouth. Cool. Right on. Anything except boiled. I'll take a hard-boiled egg. I love a hard-boiled egg. Sprinkle a little salt on that bad boy. Delicious. Deviled, huh? What does deviled actually mean? What have you done to an egg to make it a deviled egg? It's an egg that worships Satan, Baer. Okay, I see. Now I understand. I always have them soft, sunny side up, but I can never get them timmed right. What does that mean? I am actually asking. Yeah, I don't know how to make a deviled egg. Hard-boiled, topped with mayo and chives. That sounds great. Sounds tasty. I've probably had that before. Not fully being aware of what it was. Should they've been served to me in some capacity. Baer, you should lay off the salt. Can you tell just based on looking at me? Or is it because I mentioned occasionally having salt with hard-boiled eggs? Which I maybe eat once a year. Nah, I can see it, buddy. You're sweating salt over there. You look like you're mostly salt, Baer. I mean, if you're watching my Elden Ring streams, you're not far off, I guess. Sodium bicarbonate. That's very good. That's very good. That sounds pretty good, Crystal. I'd probably have that. Since we're playing PowerWash Sim, we need to bring back up the fatty prime rib debate. Refresh my memory. We had a fatty prime rib debate. I'm not one to have strong opinions on prime rib in my, You went to an event and got a very fatty piece of prime rib. Oh, I think I remember that vaguely. Was the debate mostly just whether or not... Ah, yeah. Okay, that sounds like me. Okay, so that's a good discussion for sure. Because I feel like I'm probably... I don't know, it's probably a fairly even split. On what, Baer? Pray tell. Well, I'll tell you, dear viewer. On whether or not it's... Or whether or not the meaty part... The fatty part of meat is any good. Because I'm the kind of guy who will buy packaged chicken breast and cut off the fat from it into the sink. Sometimes even cutting off quite a bit of the chicken in the process. I don't like that stuff one bit. Red meat, I feel like it might be a little bit different. But typically speaking, whenever I've got any kind of meat product on my plate, I'm cutting the fat off it, if it's not already removed. Chicken fat's not good with the rare exception of cooking the crap out of the skin. Depends on the tenderness of the fat. If it's too chewy, it's bad, but the fat has all the flavor. People say that. I don't know. I can't... Like, we're talking about, like, if you cook a piece of meat, like a steak, and there's the parts on the edges that are, like yellow to white in flavor. Those parts, in my brain, are all garbage. Those are the garbage part of the meat. And that's people telling me. I feel like people are trying to insist to me, no, Baer. That's where all the flavor's packed in. And I'm like, no. Looks so unappetizing. I'm a texture freak too, so that just the texture alone on the fat on the meat. Blech. Yeah, no, chewing fat, I can't do it. Can't do it.
You have returned.
Whack! 33 months on the Baer pile. Clearly we need a Baer cooking stream. I think I need to learn how to cook more than like 2 meals before that can happen. Maybe that's a great way to learn how to cook, though. Then y'all can tell me what this fat is you're trying to get me to eat. Hate that texture. Yeah, man, it's just not for me. Even bacon. Yeah, no, I was gonna bring that up too. Like, I know this is probably not where I'm sharing common ground with a lot of people. I'll take the fatty parts off the bacon too, man. Like, I know that's most of what bacon is. I'm getting like straight to the meat on the bacon, man. Of what little meat there is. 'Cause I can notice the difference there too. This is heresy. I know. See, I realized I was going out on a ledge there. Unproperly cooked bacon fat is nasty. Absolutely. Here, here. Not for me, man. It just doesn't feel like I should be eating it when it's in my mouth. My brain doesn't recognize it as food. You buy that dinky, shrinky bacon from a store or butcher cut bacon from a butcher. I think you know the answer. I think you sadly know the answer. Well, not so recently anymore, I guess. A few years ago, we began finally actually getting, like, proper deli-cut meat, like sandwich meat. Where I was getting just, like, the prepackaged stuff of that before, and the difference there is tremendous, so I would not be surprised to learn that the same can be said of bacon. Baer, your body needs fat of some form to live. Okay. I just want to establish, as we continue on with the food conversation here, that y'all need not be concerned for my well-being. that this conversation is not indicative of my diet as a whole. I recognize the nutritional needs of the human body. And as long as we can all come to an understanding on that, we can continue the conversation. If Chad doesn't remind the streamer to eat, they'll die. Also, drink water, by the way. I do have a full glass of water, so there's maybe something to be said about that. Seems I actually do need reminders there. There's a question of whether or not you should pick carrots or hamburger meat as the only thing you can eat for the rest of your life. Unlike the meat, you could die with pure carrots. You need... I mean, okay, now I'm definitely not sure about this sentence, but I feel like it's right. Don't you need some kind of protein? Your body needs some kind of protein in order to sustain itself, right? Would be the main problem there. What could you eat that isn't meat, then? I guess just like any of the other, like, vegan forms of protein, like soy or tofu or something. Beans, yeah. Nuts. I'm thinking of, like, what one thing, then, could you match up with meat? It'd be like, okay, you can either have hamburger meat for the rest of your life, or legumes of any variety. Let's go with beans. Hamburger meat or beans forever. Your call. That feels like a poll. Yeah, that does feel like a poll. Which would you eat forever? Burger, meat, or beans? Start poll. I feel like I'm not getting the tips of these. This one's clean, though. It looks like it's just a different color, I guess. That's weird. I'm excited for the results on this one. Although I'm not going to be surprised, I don't think. Burger meat isn't specific. Well, neither is beans, though. You got options there. I'm open to that. I don't think it's even going to matter, though, to be honest with you. This poll is, would you prefer food boredom or gout followed by death? Well, let's find out. Oh, it's not as much of a runaway as I thought it would be. Burger meat takes it with a 57%. Ought to be a much bigger spread than that. Ah, it's power washing simulator day. Get 'em out. Nobody wants to get up off their comfortable position to participate in the chat poll. Too much work. We're watching the sprayer go. I think it is actually just the graffiti left. Because this has been a significant chunk of it. I wonder if I've got... I wonder if soap would work well here. Yep. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, maybe just do that. It saved me a lot of time, Jesus. Wow, that's effective. And that one's basically done, yep. Okay. Good old soap. Apparently other people from the town have reported missing cats. See, your cat's missing, what? Oh, I gotta refill. Oh, that's how you refill when you actually have it. You do. Okay, there we go. There we go. This Mayor's losing me with his messages, man. I feel like Mayor's on one. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Now we swap to the metal cleaner. And get rid of all this stuff on the fences. Alright. Never should have voted a cereal mascot into office. Yeah, we get what we elect, right? That's on us. Hey. Yeah, this is much easier now. Mayor McCheese would never.
A gleaming endowment.
Gecker! A random geckening. Thank you so much, Gecker, yet again. That's a lot of gifted subscriptions. Thank you so much for that. And the other checks notes. 3,200? I guess 3,175 gifted subscriptions. Thank you so much, Gecker, for the support. Welcome to the Baer Pile, everybody. Thanks for being here today. Hope you're having a good time with some power washing simulator. I sure am. We'll probably finish off the mayor's house here. Dive into a little bit of the subway. And then we'll probably get some Elden Ring going. But this has been very fun to get back into. I'm glad we'll more than likely have at least one more day of it. As we'll probably have to finish off the subway another time. It's good stuff, though. Nah, yeah, subway's still to come, thankfully. Pretty sure that's going to be a several hour long job. Maybe like 3. But still, that's a little too long for today. Where's my decapitations? I did promise, didn't I? Oh, is Subway still a ways off from here, too? Apparently I had a lot more to do in this game than I remembered. I was ready to go on the Subway. I guess that's still a ways away. I missed a content patch. Oh, my God. Well, shit. Well, it looks like we got a lot more PowerWash Simulator to play then. Jeez. I guess the tweet was simply a lie. But not that it's necessarily a terrible thing. Alright. That's good. More Baer content. What in the world am I missing on this? It's all this stuff, isn't it? There we go. There we go. So close. So close. Just up and down. The inside of these guys ought to do it. Spot the dirt fleck, yeah. You think I think I realized what it was, though. It was probably the fact that I kept checking this game every update. And I would go to the career menu and I would see just the fire helicopter on that screen. And I would be like, oh, there must not be any new levels yet. Because there's only the one. Not realizing. And of course you have to get past the fire chopper before you're able to get on to the next thing. What we got? There's a fence post here. A little more on the other side, I guess. Nice. Okay. Just trying to find... There we go. Stairs ornament. Must be on the other side. Oh, it was very satisfying, Pawn. I had a good time with that one. Oh, I gotta get the extra long extension. Yes. Fence cap, fence wall, wall base. I think a fence cap is probably gonna be one of these top things. None of them are flashing, though. They all appear to be done. Oh, there we go. Dagger! Good lord! How about a full year on the pile for you, Chill? That sound good? You done been gecked in a big way. Thank you, Gecker, yet again. Get him some bear hugs, too, if you don't mind. Full year's gifted subscription. Appreciate that. That's awesome. There you are. There you are. I found you. And finally, fence wall. This one. Nice. Oh, baby! We've done it. Many thanks for your work, Dirt Finder. That's more like the kind of magnificent mansion you'd conclude a... wait, what? Did he just confess to... bribery? Uh-oh. I mean, he wouldn't be a... he wouldn't be a mayor without that, right? Still 450 in the hole after that extension purchase. Womp womp. Oh well. I love that you can actually see your person doing this now. And this really goes to show you, like, how ridiculous it looks that he didn't allow me on the grounds. Imagine someone actually power washing a house from that far away. That seems pretty absurd. Yeah, the soap certainly started making that pretty quick. Someone would call the cops, yeah, probably especially in this neighborhood. Oh, the carousel next. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're still quite a ways away from the subway, apparently. Sure, why not? I've just joined the traveling carnival pitching up at the recreation ground. You may have seen us. Purchased a beautiful classic carousel, but I'm worried about being outgunned by the owners of the bigger rides. It's pretty filthy. I was gonna clean it myself, but then I thought, what would happen if I gave her a deep clean and really made her pop? Who'd want to slowly slide down a grubby helter-skelter when they could waltz around a pristine carousel, right? Make her ping and we'll both clean up. You'll arrive in a plain van, right? Don't want the competition to get the same idea of cleaning their equipment. Oh, shit! Well, that's fun. Clean it while it spins, right? Absolutely. I can ride it too, right? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah! Greatest game of all time! Oh, what a thrill. Right, yeah, we can just stand still and just watch as it comes around, right? There we go. Bonus challenge, clean it all while standing still. Here we go, yeah, that's great. Not allowed to move. Alright, move slightly up. There we go. I love that it's actually working really well in the horses. Alright, now slightly up again. Perfect. I'm already at 3%. Yeah, that's great. 4% now. And a little further up now. Oh, beautiful horsies. / unicorns. There you go, buddy. All right. And a little bit higher now. It's getting the center pretty clean, actually. Yeah, the center's almost done. And we'll get the very top part there. That's doing pretty good. I'm mad at how well this works. I know, this is actually an effective approach. Now we just gotta... this little bit. Oh, that's why those sections aren't getting hit, right? Because the horses are blocking it. Now I get it. And then we'll just get this part. The horse's little feet. Yay! Delightful. All right, well, that was pretty good. Got a cool 10% of it done that way. All right, I feel this is part of the challenge for this stage. I'm not allowed to push this button. All the cleaning for this must be done while the carousel is operational, which I'm sure is a great way to get electrocuted. But that's what we're here for, right? Is to get electrocuted. I'm pretty sure that's the whole reason we play this. I'm totally on board with this challenge except for the music. Now that's part of the challenge. is to not lose your mind while hearing this over and over again. It's like working at a carnival. Raise your hand if you worked at a carnival slash amusement park of any kind or kind growing up, or even if you work at one now. There was this place called Lagoon that was fairly nearby us in Utah. And many of the kids that we knew worked there as one of their first jobs. You've been to Lagoon? Yeah, it's not bad. It's a decent place. Got some okay rides there. As far as I know, it's the only source of entertainment in all of Utah. That is true. We convinced Lagoon to give us free tickets to see if we wanted to do a work trip. And then you just actually did the work trip with those tickets, right? Well fleeced. Got him. I mean, Utah's great if you like the outdoors. But if you like any other kind of entertainment... Oops. Shouldn't have come to Utah. Now what else? Okay, let's be fair. What else do they got? Salt Lake City actually does have some cool stuff now. Salt Lake City's kind of hip. They got like good restaurants and a couple of... Like they had the Gateway there. I don't know if the Gateway's still a thing. Is the Gateway still a thing downtown? That's mostly a shopping center anyway, but... Got a couple of decent things. The microbrew scene is great. Hey, there you go. They have a big wildlife museum. Oh, that's neat. I am going to turn this down a smidge. I recognize it's part of the challenge, but... Hang on, just a little bit. There we go. This felt a bit much. I'm cheating, I know, I'm sorry. The easy mode of the carnival challenge. Fun fact, you can't complete this level not moving the carousel. Really? That's weird. I feel I've... Here we go. Happy medium. I think I got a good approach here. Take care of the steps and these outer poles. Oh, the poles move up and down, so you got to get the sections that come out of the top and the bottom, right? Okay, yeah. That's interesting. Cool. Is this its own individual? Yeah, it is. So why is this not... What am I missing on this? Stuff in there. Come on, you. Give me a ding. Give me a ding, damn it. I want a ding. Yeah, there we go. And this pole, too. Yeah, all right. Nice. I want that dopamine. Yeah, come on. Oh, this is fun, too. Oh, this is absolutely how we're cleaning this floor. Hold on. If we do this. There it is. Oh, baby. Hold on, that's not getting the edges perfectly. This'll get it. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. A little more to the left. A little more to the left, we'll get those edges. There it is. And then I think we're safe to move over. Once we get that corner bit, there we go. Slightly inside. Oh, that is phenomenal. Look at that. Look at that little meter tick down, too. Oh, that's so good. Work smarter, not harder, buddy. And a little bit further in. There we go. Oh, yeah. Gotta get those bits behind the pole now, but that's okay. I see you have commenced work and that you are a pressure washer. Well observed, Kevin. They call him Kevin the Astute. Surely Stacy doesn't seriously think that cleaning her carousel will make it a more attractive prospect than my towering helter-skelter. I mean, you have piqued my curiosity, I'll give you that. All the way in. All the way in. Oh, yeah. You know what? We might as well finish it off. We're this close. Let's get the big ding. Ooh, I'll take a little ding, too. Don't mind that one bit. Uh-huh. Oh, this one's gonna be so satisfying. We're getting all the little dings to boot. Do. Might as well get the rest. There we go. Is it the inside part? No, it's... Oh, it's the edge. The very outside edge. It might be the inside edge, too. Yeah, I think so. One last circle spray. Watch that meter slowly tick down to the very last little bit. Yeah! There we go. That's the stuff. Excuse me. No soap needed today. Where we're going, we don't need no soap. Get rid of all that. Just the little bits on the back there, nice. Where are these other little pole base dirt flecks hiding? This thing is difficult to fully clean. I suppose having a non-moving platform would probably help with that. Yeah, later on, Crystal. Thanks for hanging. Underneath there, underneath there. Oh my god. Couldn't you stand on the revolving bit cleaning the outer rim? Oh yeah. You totally could. Hold on, let me finish this pole base real quick. There we go. That's a smart idea. Hold on a sec, we'll start over here. We'll go like this. I should do it this way though. There we go. The only unfortunate part of this is I can't, like, just hold still. Because if I do that, then I'm just gonna go like this, and I'm gonna slowly not actually be hitting anything. So, yeah, that might just be more work than it's worth. However, that is a good way to get this inside of the, well, this part here. That's a good way to do this. And this is fun. I like this. I like this methodology here. Whee! Yeah, fuck it. Let's keep it up. Why not? Let's see how it goes. Alright, and now we gotta go like this. Motion sickness incoming out of the Don't Puke challenge for PowerWash Sim. Alright, there we go. A little further in. That's doing pretty well. Yeah, I think I gotta stop for my own sake, though. That's gonna make me sick. Yeah, that was okay. Gotta get this pole now. Ooh, baby. There it is. Gonna get all the way on the underside here. Yet again, I can't stop myself from going bottom to top on these things. Despite that being the absolute opposite of an effective approach for a power washing job. Could stand on the inside ring and spray the horse's other side without moving. Very true. Indeed we could. I know the recap video is going to be great for this too, huh? I'm very excited for that. I feel like we're getting through this one fairly quickly compared to the previous two. Especially considering our start to this. And one of these times I'm going to get one of these pole bases without so much hassle. Come on, I got this. Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding the dirt? All the way on the bottom. Yet again. There it is. Just had to get that jump shot on it. Just looking for a little style. The one time I tried the merry-go-round, it was the worst ride I've been on. Probably because I was too big and the horse was right up in there. Starting to read that story, I was certain that it was going to be like a tale of childhood trauma and like, oh, it's too fast and there's too many people. No, that's very much an adult not having a good time. That's funny. I don't think I can do many carnival rides anymore. Last time I went on a roller coaster, I did not feel very good afterward. I was never much of a coaster guy anyway. I mean, I like them well enough, but I'm not, like, going out of my way to go to theme parks all the time. I have done, I believe this was actually at Lagoon as well. They had, what would you call it? Where you, it's not quite like bungee jumping, but you put a big plastic suit on where you're like laying forward and they release you from a tower way up in the sky, and then you more or less like fly down and swing in a big arc off of a huge bungee cord. We did that. That was terrifying. Supermaning, yeah, there you go. That was a cool experience. I would probably do that again, actually. Where else are you gonna get Dippin' Dots if not amusement parks and zoos? Valid point. My brother loves Dippin' Dots. He would get them every time I went to one of those places. They are the ice cream of the future. In the future, everything is going to be served in tiny little spheres. I think I have an Aria. I believe I've ridden that coaster in Vegas. I've done something there. I'm fairly sure we did that. You would think I would remember that. I can't remember if that was the one that I want to do still, or if that's the one I've already done. I should do that. We're trying to get back into going and doing stuff in Vegas again, Elise and I. We went to this place called Area 15 last Sunday, which is pretty neat. They've got this Van Gogh show that we want to go check out at some point soon. There's a lot to do in Vegas, and we, the first year that we were here, we actually signed up for this thing called House Seats, which is like this yearly membership, and they give you free tickets. Well, you pay like the annual membership fee for it, but then you get free tickets to all these different like lesser known events in town. And we were doing that for the first year, and it was nice. And then the pandemic hit and ruined the entire entertainment industry. But it's slowly crawling back into existence. And I feel like I might want to look into that again. Because we got to see some, like, smaller shows that ended up being quite good sometimes. That's how we saw, there was this pair, I believe they were British, these two guys that did, Harry Potter, what was it called? It was like, they had a clever name for it, but it was more or less a two-man show wherein they reenacted the entirety of all of the Harry Potter books in like an hour and a half or something like that. And one of the guys was Harry, and the other guy was everyone else. And it was pretty great. And I wish I could remember the name of it now so that I can recommend it if you're in the area. They skipped a bit of exposition. Yeah, they got the important stuff. And it was funny too. They were entertaining. Stuff like that though, that was like Things that I might not seek out on my own, but if I get a free pair of tickets for it, and it's convenient, like, yeah, why not? Go check it out. And it ends up being pretty good. You want the version of that where they skip no exposition, okay? Yes. Every line of dialogue, every encounter, all done by 2 people over the course of 3 days. That's the version we need. Trying to remember some other stuff we saw. We unfortunately saw Carrot Top as a result of that program. That wasn't a good show. He kind of sucks. But, you know, we tried it. He's fucking jacked. That's the thing I remember most about seeing Carrot Top. Like, a year and a half ago. Dude is ripped. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to like think of what that would be like. It's like seeing Pee Wee Herman shredded out of his fucking mind. You definitely would not be expecting that version of that dude now. Which, now that I've said that out loud, I desperately want to see a jacked Pee Wee Herman in the exact same role that he was playing before. I'm pretty intrigued by that now. How do we know he isn't? Anyone giving him a Google lately? Google the sentence, "How jacked is Pee Wee Herman?" Let me know what comes up for you. I want at least one picture of him flexing his biceps. I'm sure that's out there somewhere. Hey. Look at these two. While I'm at it. Oh, hang on. I've got a tweet here. That's incredible. Hang on a sec. Window capture. That is something else right there, yeah. I guess that's exactly what I was looking for, isn't it? Yep. All right. The universe is a wonderful thing. I mean, the internet in particular, huh? Oh, Jack Pee Wee Herman, you got it, buddy. Coming right up. And if we can't find it, damn it, we'll make one. When do we get jacked, Baer? You want to be jacked? Jacked chat? Chat jacked? Let's just all get ripped. Say like tomorrow. Does that sound good? Just go ahead and get shredded. Nice and swole. Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and just knock that out tomorrow. That sounds good. Should be easy. Looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. All right. I rip one on occasion. Does that count? That's probably helping. I mean, if we're being literal, that's gotta be contributing positively toward that, right? Please check your job planner as a matter of urgency. Okay. I see a carousel. I'll continue to do the carousel then. Don't tell me about your filthy helter-skelter. I don't want to hear about that. Oh, that was under in progress. Right. Clean the drill? Oh, shit. That looks fun. Huh. Okay. You know the drill. Mm-hmm. No, it's the guy from Twitter with one L. He's very dirty. My sanity is being called into question here, I gotta say. Hearing this much of this song. I'll tell you what'll make it come back is that big old ding! There we go. Outer platform cleaned. Hey, there we go. Underside of the step. Helter Skelter, a tall spiral slide winding around a tower at a fair. That's all it is? Just a big slide? You gotta step up your game, Kevin. I ain't getting out of bed for no damn big slide, dude. Oh boy. Big water slide, maybe. Yeah, now we're talking, but... normal slide? Nice sleep. Oh, baby. Yeah! Nice. Oh, man. It gets a little throw-uppy doing that. A little bit throw-uppy. Come on now. Come on now, you can be done. Ah! Please? I'm begging you? What's left? Oh, it's probably the underside again. Get that, and then that. Maybe the other side of the bottom part. Is it up here? Ah, there we go. Beautiful. All right. That's all the poles. Nice. All right, let's spray the inside of the horses here. I'll make sure we're not using a nozzle. Or an extension, I mean. Let's start from the top. Go like, let's see, something like this. There we go. Very good. And once we hit our first again, we'll go a little further down. There we go. I love how actually effective this is. It's fantastic. Okay, let me move a little further down. Beautiful. Just keeps lining up so wonderfully. It's so satisfying. And down you go. It's making progress. Oh, baby. A little further down. So good. Can't wait till this actually starts dinging the horses, too. Just from this. I'm just moving a tiny bit down every time, yep. That's all there is to it. Easy peasy. That is more or less why this is happening today, Methel, yeah. I recognize people are desperate for any non-Elden Ring content. That being said, I'm gonna play more Elden Ring after this. I can't not. I'm very excited for one particular thing in Elden Ring today. The fact that I got my Mimic Spirit Summon finally. I found that offline, and what I'm looking forward to doing is going to some of the older bosses that we didn't finish and having the Mimic fight it for us. And I'm going to do live commentary like it's an esports match of my Mimic versus Dark Souls / Elden Ring bosses. That's going to be good. That'll be good stuff. Elden Ring and uncapped subathons defining March 2022 of Twitch. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, that was pretty good. Guess I'm gonna have to get him on the front and back now. It's mostly the legs, isn't it? Finish this one first. You got a lot on the underside, don't you? Yes, you do. Feels a little weird, horsey. I'm sorry. It's got to be done, though. Right in the booty hole. There we go. That's how you get clean. That's how you get cleaned up. Get that nice shiny white paint back. Horse bidet, yeah. It's gotta be done, dude. There we go. Is this its own thing down there? I don't know. Can't tell. This pole's got its own thing going. Come on. Get off there. Oh, yeah, it is the lower part as well. Okay. This is proving difficult to finish off. There we go. Alright. Goodness. Quite a bit more to this one. Do we have the ladder? Yeah, okay. That'll do. I might get some soap out, but I feel like I'm still doing pretty well. Alright. And let's go ahead and move that a little further inside. Actually, I think I should go like that. There we go. That way I should be getting the inside edge of the other part. It's so good. So good. Look at that. Love it. I feel like I'm not quite finishing off the black and red bit, though, which I think I could be if I hit it at the right angle / with the right extension. Like this. Yeah, I think this will do it. Although I think there's an outer part of this we gotta get as well. Are you considering going pro with this game? Well, what do you call what I'm doing right now? I'm going to make an assumption and say that I'm currently Twitch's leading PowerWash Simulator streamer. Mission accomplished. And then I look at the chat, or look at the chart, and I see I'm like bottom 5. Oh no. Shit. That just means I've got competition to take down, though, right? Oh, I think this is working. Yeah, this is totally working. There we go. Those last little bits. Last tiny bits in there, although I think I still need a different angle for that. What could be left up there? Is that actually the outer part of the black rim? Huh. Oh, I'm actually number 1. Yeah, look at me go. Well, I can definitely get this edge trim. There we go. Oh, I think that's the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. That was why. Okay, cool. There we go. Now we'll get this edge. This is working well. Lovely. All right. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Keep it going. Something like that. There we go. Nice. We'll just have to get the backside of all these, too. This will actually help us to get the horse rods. Glad you don't have to worry about hose management. Imagine getting coiled around the carousel. That's another one for the hardcore PowerWash Simulator mode. It's another bit of added difficulty. This certainly seems like it's working pretty well, actually. Who knew these lights were on? Amazing. All right. Big reveals here. Making away on all those panels. A little further in. About right there. There we go. So much of this recap is just gonna be the guy standing perfectly still. As we're winding through Willow Creek, we encountered a group of monks walking against the traffic, and I pressed the accelerator instead of the Kevin? Kevin, did you run over a group of monks? My Jeet Kune Do instructor always says, in an emergency, hit the nearest thing as hard as you can. Not if it's people, Kevin! Kevin, not if it's people! Did he have to specify that, Kevin? Kevin killed a bunch of people, dude. Jesus. Hey, Minifig. That's pretty fricked up. I'm now an accessory, right? Ah, Jesus. Son of a bitch. We gotta clean his car now, yeah. Now, that was that drill thing that we saw before, which for some reason he was out driving around. Alright, I guess I gotta get the other side of these now. Shouldn't be that bad if I'm standing on the actual thing. Although, oh my god, it keeps rotating me, I forgot. That part does make it a little harder. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. Alright. Getting all kinds of good stuff. Big dings. Big dings. Come on. Right there. Right there. Come on, buddy. You got it. Yeah. Beauty. In power washing lore, who's Kevin? A murderer, apparently. I don't know if we've had a lot of other major revelations about his character. We definitely know that he's a bit of a psychopath and has blood on his hands. Fun backstory. The game gets pretty intense if you start to delve into the characters. Everybody thinks it's just a fun power washing simulator. Until they learn the truth. Timely dings there, game. Well dinged. Mm-hmm. Very well dinged indeed. Indeed. There we go. Got it out eventually. Nice. Trim's all done. What am I missing here? There it is. There's the big section. All right, I think that's the whole top part there. Nice. Don't have to be so sick anymore for a minute. Goodness.
Welcome.
Hi, Councilman Zach. Gifting another sub. Thank you, Zach, for the continued support and the gifted subscriptions. Appreciate that a lot. Oh, the bear pile. Esri. Thanks for the bear hugs if you got them too. Appreciate that. Welcome on in. The bear gifts are always nice as well for that. Look at that adorable little bear gift emote. Saying, hi, I hope you don't mind, but I got you this little present. I thought you might like this little present for you. Just a little gesture. Sweet little gesture of my kindness. Such a cute little bear. You can turn off the carousel, but then we would be failing our no carousel turning off % challenge. Parentheses, very hard. Hey. I guess I could be doing this. Here we go. The ultimate play. It's even better than the other ones. Except when I ruin it by moving slightly. I never turned off the door cam. Oh my god, I thought for sure I turned that off. Whoops, my bad. Y'all just don't mind those things. It's so funny to me. Like, yeah, you'll find out eventually. That was Chubb's cam. I just never turned it off. We've been too busy staring at the rotations. You like door cam. Yeah, my bad. So good. So good. Nice. Quick pass through the middle here. There's one more little smudge over here. There it is. Nice. Now I do this part. Hard to argue against this system here. Pretty goddamn effective. And contributes to my desire to not move at all. Well, I think I'll probably be a lot better off doing this now. Oh yeah, big time. No doubt. It's on a timer though, so I've only got a few seconds on each section. High pressure situation. Yep, there we go. I'll make sure I get those sides quickly. Nice. Nice. So much good stuff. Yeah, dude. Beauty. Okay. Inside of that, yep. All that right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Finish that off. Got it. Yep. Yep. So many good dings. So many good dings. Oh, that one's so close. Nice. That one's so close, too. Love it. Does it look like I still didn't get it? Okay, hold on. Which one's left? We got this one here. Nice. This one here. What's left on there? Come on, you. There we go. And this one. Come on. I need to do this thing here. There it is. Would the Dark Souls series benefit from a power washing spin-off? I'm surprised they haven't done it already. Seems like a natural progression. Get ready. Get ready. It's gonna happen again. Our favorite number. Oh, we're so close. What an exciting moment. How appropriate to get to 69 by cleaning a horse butthole. There, that is a unicorn butthole. I'll have you know. Which is much more magical. Sorry, buddy. I don't want to get all up in your business like that, but it's got to happen. You are dirty. Where's the rest of your dirt? On your hooves, of course. Filthy, filthy hooves. Come on, damn it. Where's the rest of you? We got this now, too. Back of his mane. Ah, there you go. Hey, nice. Still not 69, my god. Yep, there we go. Right in the booty. Nice. These are proving hard to finish. There's a lot of little corners and stuff where dirt can hide. Get that pole. Yeah, they are not getting checked off very easily. Baer reports finding it hard to finish off a horse. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Come on now. Where are you, damn it? Top of the main again? Yes! And the pole. Which will probably be better off with this thing. Maybe not. Yeah. I've been on 68 forever. Horse rod top cleaned. Yeah, that's fun phrasing for sure. Oh my goodness. When's it gonna happen? I don't know. Get that tail, get those hooves, get that undercarriage. Under the neck. We did it! Nice. There we go. An appropriate way to get it done. Now stop working. I kind of want to. If I'm being real. We are quite close. We got a whole top section to do, too. I could be done here. We are gonna have to come back to this another day. 69% feels like an appropriate place to leave off a carousel. Sure. That sounds good. Man, that was a quick, nearly 3.5 hours of power washing. Oh, it's a good time with this game, man. I like it. Nobody ever looks at the top, right? Yeah, they're all about the unicorns. Exactly. Neat. All right, folks. I think that will indeed wrap it up for the power washing today.